In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to tweak a few important settings inside of Illustrator. There are certain things by default that Illustrator, in my opinion, doesn't set quite right. There's some things where, especially when we do some text and other things later, that we want a little more fine control over movement. So we're going to do a few changes. If you don't have Illustrator open, please go ahead and open up Illustrator. You don't need a document, you just need Illustrator open. And then at the very top, right, we're on a Mac OS, so at the very top there's the Illustrator menu. You want to click on Illustrator, and there's Preferences. And this is going to be the same on any application in a Mac essentially. There's going to be some preferences you can change. Anyhow, we want to start under Preferences General. So click on that. And I want you to change a couple things here, like transform pattern tiles and scale corners. Leave scale stroke effects off. Transform pattern tiles, all that means is that if we create patterns in the future and you make the shape that they're in bigger or smaller, they get bigger or smaller with the shape. Same thing with these scale corners. If you have the corners at a certain bend, that as you make the shape smaller, they'll bend proportionally. If you don't set this, your corners will get way out of whack, okay? So we want to have those both open. Then we're going to come under Type, and then this one's pretty important right here. We want our size, leading, tracking, and baseline shift. We want to switch those to 0.5 points, 5, and 0.5 points. That's going to give us a lot more fine control later on when we're doing text manipulation, logos and typography and stuff like that. It'll allow us to move things at much smaller increments to line stuff up better, which is really cool. Lastly, we want to come under Guides and Grid, and we want grids in back and show pixel grid above 600 zoom if you don't have those turned on. This is just something that when we align some things later on, we learn about composition and stuff. Nice to see the grid stay behind some stuff, and it'll help us line up our objects. That's it. That's simple. Once you have all your settings updated like in this tutorial, click OK and you are done.